Hello guys, welcome to another 2JZ Tuesday. My name is Michael Chung and here is my build, the 2JZ 180SX. Okay, so there are many stories behind how to convert 2JZ GE to GTE. So I'm going to clarify to you guys. Coming up! Hello guys, as requested, I'm going to show you guys how I start my car. Alright, so feed the gear already. This one is my kill switch button. This one I connect to the battery and alternator together, and then it will connect all the power to the main switch here. Alright, this main switch I just bought from Shopee, which is cheap and good. And I have one for ECU power and all the gauges, the light. Alright, this one not sure whether you can see. Brup means anti-lag. Alright, so this one I have yet to set it. This one is the boost controller. This one is the fuel pump. I think for quite some time I have decided to make it as a manual switch. I don't want the ECU to control it because I may want to do diagnostic next time, check for the fuel pressure and stuff like that. Right, and this one is a wiper. This one is got two speed. One is the slow speed, one is the high speed. Right, this one with the voltmeter and a very funky start button here. Alright, so I've also installed a Tonka handbrake here. The reservoir, I put it here. Hopefully it won't affect my clutch, my leg pressing on the clutch. And then I got one RPM meter here, big one. Okay, and then this one is a removable steering because I'm very fat, so I need to remove this to get out of the car, or I just reverse this bright seat, bright low max. Alright, so I'm going to start the car. Right, the fuel pump manually on. Woo. So it is still cold. I don't want to rev too much, but I want to show you guys some stuff. Alright, so the block, the crankshaft of the 2JZ GE are all the same with the GTE, so you can reuse them, but the pistons and the head gasket, the con rods, you have to use the GTE ones. Alright, or you can alternatively you can go and buy the aftermarket pistons, con rod and head gasket too. Alright, so there are many ways of going about it. So you can reuse back the GTE cylinder head, which I'm doing it for now. GTE, this one is the GTE VVTi cylinder head. So I will just reuse back the GTE cylinder, GTE intake manifold, the GTE exhaust manifold. This one I buy the aftermarket one so that I can fit the turbo on top. This one I reuse back the single turbo configuration. Alright, and then I did not use the VVTi, I just used the non-VVTi cams. Alright, so this is one way of how you use the 2JZ GE and you make it into turbo, right? So there is another way. You can reuse back the 2JZ GE cylinder head, but the exhaust manifold and the intake manifold you have to buy for the GE cylinder head, okay? Because all the holes are different, okay? Make sure that you watch my video about the GTE and the GE cylinder head. What are the differences between these two, right? So, and then all the others you can just reuse back. Alright, for example, the water pump, alright, the tensioner, the fuel rail. Okay, the fuel rail is quite fun. GE fuel rail is top fit, so you can reuse it back. But for aesthetic purpose, you can just buy the aftermarket one. It is not very expensive also, right? Okay, remember, if you are using the GE block, remember you need to buy the GTE oil cooler. Alright, if there isn't any second-hand one, you have to buy the aftermarket one, because you need the water to cool down the engine oil. Alright, this way you can maintain both this temperature, the oil temperature and the water temperature will be roughly the same. Right, this is the trick. Alright, when it is cold, the oil pressure is very high. It's 7.5 bar. So some people may say that, oh, I don't have the oil splitters on the NA block, so that's why my oil pressure is very high. True, but I'm going to leave it high. The higher it is, the better for me for now, because there isn't any leaking from any oil seals yet. Right, so this is the fuel pressure. So when the engine is let me show you guys. I'm going to off the engine, and when the car is not started, see the fuel pressure is how much? Okay. So the fuel pressure is 3.2 bar. Alright, so let's see, let's start the car. So after with the super less vacuum, it is about 2.5 bar. So these are the buttons that I have. So this one is control the ECU and the meters, the gauges. This one is to turn on the lights front and rear, and this one is the anti-lag. This one is to turn on the boost controller. So when it is off, it is 0.85 bar. So when it is on, it can go up to 1.7 bar. Fuel pump, manual switch, and this wiper. This one is a funky RPM to replace the old RPM meter, which is at the rear. The old RPM meter is for the SR20 previously. So SR20 got 4 cylinders, so all the RPM is not working. So I'm not using that too. So I'm going to use this RPM meter to replace it. Alright, so I hope you guys learned something from this 2JZ GE convert to GTE, or we call it NAT. Alright, NA change to turbo configuration. Alright, so hope to see you guys next video.